Hi guys, and welcome to my first ever CSGO Loadout video. Today we're going to be having a green CSGO Loadout where we're going to be looking at the cheap skins mainly and highlighting the prices of them, as well as quickly just showing the expensive skins that are also up for grabs as green skins. If you'd like to see any other colours in the future, please just let me know in the comments, and if you enjoy this video, please leave a like and subscribe as it really helps me out a lot. Now obviously there's not really any other place to start other than the Glock 18. I decided to go with the Glock 18 Bunsen burner because it's only 22 cents in battle scarred condition, which adds a green tinge at the top. Apart from the Bunsen burner, you only really got two other options with the groundwater, which is a much more uglier sort of skin, in my opinion, as well as one of my favourite skins in the whole game, the Nuclear Garden, which is a bit more higher in the price range. For the USP-S, I've decided to go for the Flashback. It comes in nice condition in anywhere really, so I've decided to go for field tested because it's the middle range and it's actually the cheapest one out of all of them, so it's pretty good for the price. Apart from the Flashback, you've also got the Road Rush and the Overgrowth, which are also quite nice skins, although they do come a bit higher up in price. For all of you P2000 users out there, I've gone for the Pulse, which comes in at around 41 cents in minimal wear condition. And apart from that, you've got the Turf, which is actually a little bit cheaper, although I've decided to go for the Pulse as the main one I'm going to highlight. And then, as well as this, you've also got your more expensive option in the Amber Fade, which can be quite green if you get a good one. For the P250, I've gone for a field tested Ironclad, which comes in around 16 cents, which is pretty good considering it's a fully green gun. Apart from this Ironclad, you're going to be wanting to go for a Nuclear Threat or a See You Later, which are very nice skins for the P250, although they do come in at higher price budgets. For the dualies, I've gone for Royal Consorts in minimal wear condition. These are going to set you back around 88 cents, which I think is very good for the way that they look. They're one of the cleanest skins in my opinion. For your other options in the dualies, you've got the Cobra Strike, which is more of your high-end sort of gun, and then you've also got the Emerald, which is more of your mid-range sort of area. For the CT-sided 5.7, I've gone for a minimal wear Hotshot, which is very minimal green. However, there's not really any other greens 5.7s apart from the Neon Kimono, which is very heavily overpriced in my opinion. So, yeah, this is pretty much what we got. For the Tec-9, I've gone for the Sleek Bamboozle in Field Testing Edition. This is going to come in around 50 cents, and it's one of the best budget green skins in the list, for my opinion. Our other option is obviously the Nuclear Threat, which would match your P250 if you have a high budget, but this is definitely one of the best low budget green skins in the game. Moving on to the CZ, I've also gone for a field tested Eco. This gun is also very nice to go along with the Tec-9. However, other options are the CZ Emerald Quartz and the CZ Emerald. These both come in at quite high prices considering, in my opinion, this looks much nicer, so this is definitely what you're going to be going for if you're going for a green CZ. For the R8, I've gone for the Survivalist, which is sort of matching your Bamboo Tec-9, sort of. Not really, but I mean, like, it's there, so this is going to set you back around 20 cents. And another option is the R8 Amber Fade, which would match your P2000 from earlier. And yeah, there's not really much more to say, except it looks pretty nice. Now, for the Desert Eagle, there's not really actually a cheap green skin, so I've gone for the Midnight Storm, which is sort of a blue, teal, aqua sort of thing. Not really aqua, but yeah, you get my point. It's coming in at roughly $3 in field testing edition, so it does have a lot of scratches, but minimal wear and factor new go up in price quite a lot. Apart from this, you've got the very nice new Emerald Jorg, and yeah, that one in the new Norse collection. So yeah, that's much higher in the price range. So this is probably your best option if you're going to go for green. For the AK-7, there's tons of really nice AKs, but the cheaper one is obviously the Emerald Pinstripe. It's a very clean looking AK, coming in around $3 in field testing condition. Now, to quickly mention some of the nicer skins, you've got the Fire Serpent, the First Class, the Hydroponic, the Jaguar, and the Wild Lotus. Obviously, my favourite out of these is the Hydroponic, as I have it, and must admit, it's a very nice skin to have in most wears, although all these guns are very nice. For the M4A4, once again, there's not really any cheap green M4A4s, so I've gone for the Dark Blossom, which is sort of blue and grey, and this is going to set you back at around 40 cents in field testing edition. Obviously, the only green M4A4 is the Poseidon, which, well, the price is a bit high, so maybe not for everyone else, but yeah, this is the best option if you do want to try and go for a full green inventory. As for the A1S, we've actually got the M4A1-S Flashback, which is also going to match your USP from earlier. This one I've gone for field tested, which is roughly $1.20-ish, so it's alright price range. You can get minware if you want. It's only going to set you back around $2 if you go for minware, and there's no other options apart from this. So For the FAMAS, I've gone for the only green one, which is the Macabre, although it does sort of look a bit yellow here and there. And yeah, it's close enough. And this FAMAS is going to set you back around 80 to 90 cents in field tested condition, which is what I've gone for. You can obviously go for a higher condition if you want to get rid of all this scrappy yellow stuff, but yeah, this is really your only option, so unfortunate with this one. Okay, now for the Galil, there's also only one option. However, this is a much nicer option in the Eco. I've gone for minimal wear, sorry, not minimal wear. I've gone for field tested, which is going to set you back around $5. So it's in the higher end of the budget that we've got, which I mean, we don't actually have a budget, but this is definitely in the higher end of all the skins that I've showed so far. So I mean, you don't have to go for this. Obviously, there are other nice Galils for much cheaper. So this is just the only green one. So this is what we got. Now for the AUG, I've gone for the Ricochet, and I know this is definitely not green, it's blue and grey. However, the only green option is the Chameleon, and that is quite high priced, even though it is, I mean, I know it's a red, and it's a low priced red, but it's definitely still higher priced than what I'd be willing to spend, at least I would be willing to spend. So I've gone for the Ricochet minimal wear, which is going to be around $1.20, so yeah, unfortunate with this one. For the SG, which is one of the most used guns at the moment, I've actually gone for the Atlas in field tested, which is one of our cheapest guns at around 13 cents. Yeah, it's honestly not even a bad gun for 13 cents. And another option is the Gator Mesh, which is a bit higher in the price, around $2ish I think it was. So yeah, this is an alright gun, I guess. For our first stack, the G3SG1, we've got the Green Apple, which is quite clean to be honest. It comes in factory new at 18 cents, so it's definitely in the lower end of the price range, and it was also the only option. So yeah, if you want a green gun, this is definitely up there with ones that you should get. As for the other DAC, the Scar 20, I've gone for the Powercore in field tested, coming in around 50 cents. This is honestly a nice skin for 50 cents, and another option being that Emerald is quite expensive as it's in an old collection, so yeah, this is definitely alright. Moving on to the SSGOA, or more widely known as the Scout, I've gone for the Necropos, which, I mean, it's not that green, but it's definitely a nice gun nonetheless. So this is going to come in around $1 in minimal wear condition. And the other option is the Sea Calico, which is kind of new, so it's sort of expensive as it's in a new collection and it's a purple. So yeah, this is pretty much what we got for the Green Scouts. Moving on to the point-and-click adventure weapon, also known as the AWP, I've gone for the Pit Viper in field tested. It comes in around $1.50, I do believe, and other options are the Containment Breach, the lovely Artheros, and the Cortesera. So yeah, three pretty good options if you are on a bit of a high budget. Moving into the SMGs, the first one being the MAC-10. I've gone for the Last Dive, as you can see. This is a pattern-based gun, so you are going to get a lot of orange most of the time. However, you can get ones with more of this greenish, bluish kind of color. This is going to come in at around $1 for minimal wear, and another option being the Nuclear Garden, matching one of my favorite skins, the Glock 18 Nuclear Garden. So yeah, there's some pretty viable options here for the MAC-10. For the MP9, I've gone for the Deadly Poison in minimal wear condition. This is going to come in around 40 cents, and although it's got quite a lot of darker colors, it does have nice colors green, so it's pretty good. With your higher end guns, you're going to have the Hydra, which is very nice in the new Shadowed Web collection. Oh no, it's not Shadowed Web collection, sorry, the CS20 collection. And yeah, that's definitely a very nice skin, so two pretty good options here. For the MP5SD, the newest gun in the game, I've gone for the Bamboo Garden, which, I mean, it's very subtle, but there's definitely green in here, so yeah, it's pretty nice. For 13 cents in factory new condition, you can't complain. And then as the more expensive option, I've gone for the Phosphor, which, I mean, as you can see on screen, it's a lot blue, but the green on the top is quite substantial, so we've gone for those two options. For the MP7, I've gone for the Neon Ply from the new Shadowed Web collection. I've decided to go for Field Tested, which comes in around 75 cents, which is very good for the nice lookingness of the skin. With the other options, I've gone for the Motherboard, the Empire, and the Powercore. These are all pretty nice options, and they don't even cost that much, so all these options are definitely in everyone's price range, I feel. Now onto the UMP, I've gone for the Minimal Wear Delusion, which comes in around 40 cents. I've only actually just discovered this gun not long ago, and I think it looks very nice for 40 cents, so very good option. As well as we've also got the Plastique, which is in one of the newer collections, or the newer cases, I believe, so yeah, very nice skins for the UMP. Now for the PP-Bizon, I've gone for the Chemical Green, which is pretty obvious why. It's just got a huge green barrel on the end near the bottom. This comes in around 70 cents in minimal wear condition, so I mean, obviously you don't want to go much lower than this because this gun definitely shows wear, as you can see. And another option is the fuel rod, which is sort of a similar-ish design, although it's got some different colors as you can see. So yeah, pretty good options for the PP-Bizon, to be honest. For the P90, I've gone for the field tested Grim, coming in at around 40 cents. This is a very nice P90 skin, and other options are the Virus and the Emerald Dragon, which is obviously in the Bravo collection and very old and expensive. Yeah, there's not really much more to say about the Grim. As for the Mag 7, I've gone for our second battle scarred gun, which is the Pop Dog, as it adds just more color to the gun, being more green obviously. Another option is the Counter Terrorist, which is a bit more expensive, so this is definitely one of your options, is if you want to go for the Mag 7. As for the Nova, I've gone for another one of the cleaner skins in my opinion. I think this is definitely up there with the Bamboozle Tec-9. I've gone for the Toy Soldier, which is about $1.10 in minimal wear condition, which I think is where it's best. Another option is the Candy Apple, which would match your G3S G1. That's a bit more expensive, so Toy Soldier is definitely the best option for the Nova. As for the sword off, I've gone for the minimal wear Limelight. This is going to come in around $1.55, and there are tons of other options for this, most of them being more cheaper actually. In the Fubar, the Jungle Thicket, the Morris, and the Xander are all cheaper, and the first class is going to be your high-end gun, so yeah, there's tons of green sealed offs if you're going to be getting a green one. For our last shotgun, the XM, I've gone for the Banana Leaf in minimal wear condition. Comes in around 40 cents. There's not really much to say. It's in one of the new collections, so the price is probably going to change quite a lot over the next few weeks and months. Another option that I've also mentioned is the Ziggy. This isn't even that much more expensive than this. I just think that this is pretty good for 40 cents. So the Ziggy is definitely another option if you're not a big budget. For our first LMG, I've gone for the M249 Aztec. We've got yeah, there's in also one of the newer collections, being the CS20 collection. This one comes in around $1 in minimal wear condition, so it's alright. It's definitely one of the nicer skins. It's got some really nice textures on it. Some other options are the Emerald Poison Dart, which is roughly the same price, and then you've also got a Gator Mesh, which is in the lower spectrum of prices. Unfortunately for our last gun, the Negev, there's also not any green guns, so we've gone for the Terrain with its blue and black texture. We've got 41 cents roughly for the minimal wear one, which is what I've gone for, so yeah. So I've gone off and calculated all the guns that I recommended getting, so this is what you've got on the screen now, these are the prices. As I mentioned earlier at the start of the video, if there is another colour you would like me to see do for this, then just mention it in the comments and I can get onto that. But apart from that, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe, as it really means a lot, and thank you for watching everyone.